the expenses are pretty low. We're talking fuel, and if you're driving it yourself, it's fuel and repair and maintenance. And those ones where you're driving a business yourself, I see it between 60 and like 80% margin, which that basically doesn't exist in most
transportation.
Spaces. In transportation, yeah. So I think there's that metric alone points to the fact that there's you can do a lot wrong and you have a big margin to work with. And so I think that's part of what makes this, where as you scale, as you add things like additional drivers, as you add part-time drivers, a manager, you've got a lot of margin to work with. And so we've actually seen the businesses that are some of the most successful in this space are when they get to about 10 to 15 routes. There's one of the bakeries we've worked with that's done an analysis of all of their operators, and it was those that are getting up into the higher route counts that are actually far more productive, far more profitable than some of their smaller ones. And so they're seeing this and kind of like, how do we get our contractors to, one, know this is an option, and two, find ways to be successful when we get there. And so a lot of what we're doing now is helping kind of paint that path for operational success as a multi-route operator.
So you just said like the 10 to 15 routes before, you said the bakeries weren't really open to that.
Yeah.
Why? What changed?
So part of it is that I think there's just kind of a fear of letting people do something different than what they've always done. It's always been an owner-operator model where the one guy's in charge of their one truck, and so you know who is at fault if anything happens. But as you get a little bit bigger, then there may be a guy you don't see as often because he's got drivers instead of being the owner that's in the territory. And so
they like that familiarity and that personal touch.
Well, and it's just
traditionally
it's tradition. That's the thing, is this is the way we've always done it, so that's what we're always going to do. But I think there's been a realization in some of those bakeries as they try to find ways to continue to be more profitable at the top line. Like, how are we going to make this work? And then you look at your distributor network and you see that the ones that are doing the best, that are the most open to growth and really changing and keeping up with the way the world is changing, the technology that comes with it, are the ones that are getting a little bit larger, where they can pull back and they don't have to be as in the weeds on, I got to make sure my Walmart is good today and the store manager is kind of annoying in the mornings. Like, you can think about the whole business, and you can think about profitability, and you can think about the ways to grow and change, but you can't do that when you're just an owner operator. And I think they're realizing that. And